Ready for my close up. Got my water together. Let's get it. Let me fix my nail. Let me fix my nail. Broken nail. I hate having a broken nail. Like, my nails need done for real, but this is gonna be it for this video because we're not gonna do that. Perfect. What's up, guys? It's your girl Aliya Wrays, and I am back with another video. If you guys are new to my page, welcome to my page. I'm Aliya. Returning subscribers, as always, thank you for tuning in. So it's been about 8 weeks, y'all. And I just had to do a story time because I have been let down by the new camera that I got. Here comes my son. Like, I've been trying to get this whole setup together so I can do the story time for the last 15 minutes. I got a dog that's like in heat. The other one's trying to get her. I got 2 kids sleeping. Now Peace wakes up. Okay, so let's talk about my 6-week post-op. Let's talk about motherhood with 2 kids. Let's talk about the salon while I'm closing. Let's talk about getting back into regular fitness and just the whole nine and where I've been for the last 8 weeks. So I actually engaged in a new camera, y'all. I bought that 100K camera that you see on TikTok that's going virtual. And I got it from Amazon. It was $100. You know, I did a little review on it for my TikTok and everything seems good. I did a lot of recording on there. I did a whole 6-week post-op visit, my birth control issues, Valentine's Day. We did a dinner, just you guys getting to meet love. And I had this whole dope vlog, dope material. I could not get it to convert to my MacBook. I ordered the little converter thing on Amazon. This one here. This is the SD card that come with the camera, and it just will not transfer onto my computer. So I'm new to the whole camera thing. There's probably a lot that I have to do, get a different kind of card, get a different kind of transfer, all that stuff. But to keep it real, I'm like, by the time I do all that and actually investigate, I'm gonna be several weeks behind. I didn't want to leave you guys just hanging high and dry, especially when, like, right now my life is so exciting and I have lots to show you. I did decide to just take a break to my 6-week post-op with posting because I just had to get back into the transition. You know, I have 2 kids now. Here goes PC. You guys already know Peace. Say hi. Say hi. He's a diaper change, guys. He just woke up. Come on, because I needed my video. And Love is asleep. Love is now 8 weeks. Well, she'll be 2 months. Today's the 28th, so I guess March 2nd, she will be 2 months. Stop! What? This is why I can't get a goddamn video, because I'm always having to attend to this. What? All right, so let me just start from the top. My 6-week post-op went well. I went to my appointment and, you know, everything looked good. It's healing well. Mentally, I feel great. Physically, I feel great. We're all getting cleared. My doctor decides to go inside me and check for my IUD, which is the birth control I decided to go with, guys. And she can't feel anything. She can't see anything, obviously. And she's a little concerned. She's like, I'm going to schedule you for an ultrasound. So the following week, I had to come back to McGee for an ultrasound so they can actually see my strings and just make sure everything is placed well. After you have the baby, if you decide to get your IUD, there's a pretty close chance that it may like move itself because the uterus getting tighter. It's a small percentage, but I happen to fall in that small percentage, and my IUD was like on the lean. So my doctor informed me that I had the option to not go ahead and get it physically removed and re-put back in, but with those chances, it could, like, with the way that my uterus is getting tighter, it can like pop through something. Why would I want to risk that? So I had to get it all done over again, and as scared as I was, it was not bad. So any of you moms out there and you're like nervous, you might as well just get it after 6-week post-op versus then getting it immediately after you have your pregnancy, because those are the chances that it will happen again and you have to do it anyways. But it was not bad. They gave me like a numbing medication. I remember my ears were ringing and it was super, super quick. The only thing that has sucked is that I had continuous bleeding until now, even at 8 weeks. It's not heavy at all, but it's just like, come on now. So I just feel like I have still been in this bleeding and pad stage for some time now, but it's definitely getting better. I was cleared to work out, so I've been working out, guys. I had my first workout at 6 Cycle at Spin. You guys know I used to love Spin, so I felt really good to get back. My first Spin class it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I had to get back in the rhythm. The moves and stuff were easy for me, but it's just like keeping my momentum up and like going faster. So that was a challenge the first time. But I've been 3 times since in the last 2 weeks, and I've gotten better every time. I absolutely love spin. It's a very good cardio workout. If you guys are in Pittsburgh, looking for a place to go, 6 Cycle on East Carson Street is awesome. And then I also got a membership at Planet Fitness, closer to my home. DeAndre and I both been working out together. He's been training me, some very intense training. So let's just say I'm back in the gym. It feels great. I'm looking great. I actually am down, I was 195 when I had peace. I am now 172. So if you guys check out this week's vlog, you'll see like more behind the scenes, me working out and stuff like that. But let's let you guys know I'm back in it and going hard. I've been eating good. Since my 2nd week post, I actually started eating good. Just having like low carbs, I really don't mess with fried food anyways, but that's been eliminated. Just lots more water and the whole 9, so that's been great. Breastfeeding has been great too. I have a huge supply up already. I haven't really been freezing as much milk for the last 2 weeks since I got back to working. I did go back in 6 weeks this time, just because it's just kind of like I had a lot going on, and we'll jump into that. But let's just say I only froze 2 bags of milk in the last 2 weeks. However, Love has been going to work with me. I've had Miss Carol watch Love. She was cool in the beginning, but Love is she's just different, y'all. Let's talk about Love. Love, she's great. She was very nocturnal in the beginning, so peace up, move. Decent in the beginning, like I had Miss Carol watching her on Thursdays and Fridays, because those are the only days that I decided to go back to work for the last 2 weeks. And then just like change, like she just doesn't want to be with anybody. She doesn't want to take the bottle. So I've been taking her to work with me when I've been going, and she just been attached to the boob. So we're going through this whole process now. We're trying to get Love to still be breastfed, but from the bottle. I want that to happen so that I have my free time, so anything that I've been doing, I just got to take Love with me, because it's like a 50-50 chance she's going to take the bottle. That sucks. So right now I'm just still in the middle of like getting my schedule together. Like I would love to go work out every day at a certain time, but that's really unrealistic for me right now, just because of just how things are with my kids. But I make it happen. We make it happen. So for the most part, no complaints. It's just an adjustment. One thing about having 2 kids under 2 is that Peace is 1, and he's all over the place. He's growing, and he's just picking up on everything. I have to watch everything at the same time. I have to watch him, and I'm watching a newborn. So it's just basically just having all your peripherals on, all of your vision, all your focus on your kids. And it could be it's not for the weak. I ain't gonna say that, but I'm not complaining. I'm absolutely in love with both of my kids, and it's actually a very, very fun experience. Let's just say I'm happy I did it this way. Back to work. I ended up going back to work in 6 weeks. Reason why I decided to go back to work early is because I am closing the salon, and I closed the salon today. Actually, February 28th, last day. 4 years at Aliya Wrays Beauty Parlor on East Carson Street, and I knew for the last several months that I was closing my salon. If you guys watch my vlogs, you can see that I talk a lot about some of the upsets in business on Carson, and just kind of being over it, especially once I had Peace and becoming a mom. It's just like limited time to be a mom with my kids, and I just kind of want to say lost the passion, but not fully. It's just that I was over Carson Street. I want to get into more detail and be open with you guys about why I decided to close on Carson in the first place. A lot of people are interested, and everybody wants to know. Everybody got something to say, but let's clear up some things. Let's just get right to the importance of it. I do want to give you guys more videos of like business, you know what I mean, behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I want to do that as I'm starting on to my new journey, because it's important. And I feel like one thing about the internet, everyone exposes all of the good things, the positive, and never share the negatives. And I'm very transparent on my YouTube page, so I love to be transparent about business as well. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had an incredible 10 years, and also, y'all, January 12th was 10 years, but it's not a piece of cake with everything. So I knew that I wanted to close my salon back in the summer for real, and I had confirmation of that actually when I had Love. My landlord is an asshole, and if you was ever to watch this, I want you to know that you are an asshole. Just a very, one thing about him, you gotta appreciate, he's straight to business, but he's just very careless. He's very self-centered. He throws things on you that you just don't see coming. He's just rude. It's just like, it's a really uncomfortable position to be in when that's your overhead. Like, who wants to continue to pay somebody that? I had a couple mishaps throughout the year, like paying my rent late one time. He just wanted to take me to court. You guys seen all that. So once I got to that type of relationship with him, it was kind of like, oh, this is over, because why do I want to continue to give you my money, or why do I want to feel uncomfortable? So once I got pregnant with Love, I knew that it's a 50-50 chance I could run into some issues. Reason being was a lot of my financial issues in business, it started once I had Peace. I just play a really big part in my salon financially. If I'm not working, it's like I don't make as much money, obviously, but it's a big chunk. And East Carson is not cheap. East Carson is one of the highly populated historical districts here in Pittsburgh. So I did that. You know what I mean? It was one of my dream places. I feel like everyone ideally wants to open a salon on Carson, right? I did that. So I want to give myself a pat on the back for doing it. But once I got there, let's just say I have a beautiful aesthetic. You guys seen that. Salon was great. But if I don't have a really strong team, it's kind of hard to really profit. I had to go back to work with Peace earlier. Like, the team that I had, the girl I had in charge, she was more or less out here sabotaging me versus in like making sure things were going well. Come to find out, it was more or less of a joke for her to see me in a down space than it was for her to like be helping me. So I put a lot of trust in employees that didn't have that for me. It was just like I'm spending so much more in the salon than I'm actually making. So that was kind of stressful. My man helped me the entire time, paying rents for me, taking care of stuff so I could have my own money. But it's like, why continue to have a business that he just covers? That's not the point. The point is to profit and to live and enjoy your business. And I just felt like if I'm not making a solid profit every single month where I'm paying out my bills, everyone's paid, I'm paid, I'm able to put stuff in my savings and live healthy, it's no longer worth it. And that was starting to happen a lot. Mind you, I opened 5 months into the pandemic, so I had just a lot of issues as it was just from economically from the world. And we were just like overcoming them. So for me, it was a very challenging time that I got into East Carson Street. So as time goes on, I created a solid team. Like the girls I have right now, they're excellent. Like they were bringing in good money, they were advertising, they were respectful, they were prompt, they were just all around a really good team. So it made me feel like I don't really want to close the salon, but I'm definitely going to relocate. Because I was considering 10 years in business, I'm about to retire. My man's was going to take care of us, and we are just going, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. But my team definitely made me feel indifferent about it. They made me feel like, no, let's just keep going. And then I also had to think, like, you started this. Like, in Pittsburgh, I am definitely the blueprint of, especially the young entrepreneurs. I have started and showed so many people. I have started so many nail techs. Some of those great, your favorite nail tech in Pittsburgh has probably started with me. You know, the businesses that they have created. Like, this is a lot about me. I have helped a lot of women create their own business in this beauty industry and help pave so many nail careers. So, and I say that with full humbleness and confidence and love. Like, it's a lot of love, but why just let it go? Like, you know, 10 years was your goal, but 20 is another one. And now I have a daughter. I want my daughter to see those things in me too. And I know history books are there, but it's nothing like the actual physical contact. So my kids were also driven to be like, no, keep going. Then my man's like, you owe it to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you are the one here in Pittsburgh. You work so hard. Like, you might have had a little downside with something, but you're making the changes. Then there was so much negative energy. From the susu stuff to a lot of the broken relationships within my salon. You know, I had fought in the salon. I just had, me being open with you guys, there were so many problems in the salon that I couldn't stop thinking about a lot of it. You know what I mean? Like, Carson Street no longer was like fun. It no longer was becoming a place of like, I'm so happy to be here. Stop, mommy's trying to work. It was no longer a place for me that I really loved to come to. You know, just like you just have a nice salon. And I believe in energy and vibes, and if a lot of you do too, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, when you're in that environment, it's just like uncomfortable and it no longer works for you. So, to be quite frank, the reason why I closed Aliya Wrays was that it was no longer for me. Why I closed Aliya Wrays on East Carson Street was no longer for me. It was just, you know, to me, I just felt like I needed a change. I'm a mom now. I don't want to have to work as much. I want to change my business plan. I want to change my layout, how I do things, you know, so that I don't have to work as much, so that the salon's not in demand for me. So I've done a lot of groundwork, guys. I decided I was going to relocate. So if you guys are subscribed, and if you're not, hit the subscribe button, because you are going to get all first dibs on behind the scenes, the locations I go look at, and just the behind the scenes stuff, my aesthetic, what I do, how I'm doing it, etc., etc., etc. So prior to me actually closing the salon, I did have a location. So rumors were that I was going to Homestead, and I was considering Homestead. I found a location that I like. It's a lot bigger than the location I have now, but with my game plan, it was going to be suitable. Well, the landlord of that particular building, he revised his whole lease and stuff, and it was no longer what we talked about. So I declined that. Not making a decision that I cannot handle or a decision that I don't want. So now we're back to square one. So I've seen a couple properties on different sites here in Pittsburgh that I actually like. I go look at one tomorrow. I was scheduled to do it today, but I changed my mind. Just had way too much with closing and everything. So we're going to check it out tomorrow. So make sure you guys look at the next vlog. I'm really excited for the new Aliya Wrays. Just that new ball of energy. I'm going to be rehiring. So if any of you guys are out there, I'm talking about hair, lashes, nails, makeup, all those things. Make sure you reach out to me. I'll be posting all on my Instagrams. Make sure you guys follow me. And when that process starts, we're starting over. So now that I've filled you guys in on the Aliya Wrays part of business, what am I doing while I'm off? So for the next month, I'm actually just going to be getting the new salon together, where I'm going and what I'm doing. Now, my hopes are to open in April, but if it doesn't happen, it's going to happen. I just got to find the right spot that fits me and my team and what it is that I want to bring forth. I'm going to be doing a lot of downtime, like chilling with my kids. I went to work early. This is Love. Piece of work. So while I'm off, continuing, I am going to spend some time with the kids, try to get Love into this bottle. I gotta figure that out for her. Working out, I want to work out hard. It's a hard 90 days. So we're going to go hard in the month of March. And I'm also continuing my real estate education. About 8 years ago, I took a realtor's course in Pittsburgh. I passed and everything. I got done with it. I took my real estate license one time. I failed by like 3 points. At the time, I wasn't like looking to be an agent or anything. I pretty much found a Groupon of real estate classes, and considering something I've been wanting to do for a really long time, I took the classes. So I called the realtor school, and I have to make up one class because it expired, and it starts March 6th. So for 3 weeks, I'm just going to finish clearing up the real estate school. I'm going to do it online, and I'm looking to get my license. So that's one of my next steps in life. I really want to get into real estate, y'all, and I've been bull crapping a lot. My boyfriend wants to do it as well, but we're both just pretty much ignorant to it. You know what I mean? We hear about it, we read a little bit about it, we just, oh, you got this amount of money, this, that, and the third, but it's not that simple. While I've been off, I've been reading a lot of books, and I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. A lot of you probably have read that or heard about it. And I actually started reading it a couple years ago and like stopped. So I ended up picking it up like my second week home, and I finished it that week. And I mean, it's a really good read. It kind of like filled in a lot of blanks. Things about business. That's how I knew that me closing the Aliya Wrays was a good decision. It's that no longer fits for me, you know. And one thing that the author talks about is like, when you want to learn something or do something, like put yourself in the shoes of it, you know. He had worked for a company for a small period of time to actually learn the trade that he wanted to learn. So it rained on me like, why don't you just, you know, get back into the real estate thing? Maybe you can even work for a corporation for some time to teach you the behind the scenes, you know. And I could balance both my salon business and the real estate just because of how they work. We'll see how that goes. So I'm thinking of actually obtaining my license, not just finishing the school, like actually getting the license this time. So wish me luck. I start next week. If you guys are following me or subscribe to my page, you will see all of that. So I'll be taking some private appointments as well, like traveling appointments. So if you guys want to book with me, I'll travel to you. They're limited though. I'm not really trying to overwhelm myself with nails this month. It's nice to have a couple, you know, extra dollars in my pocket, but I'm straight. And my little girl is feisty here, so. So what else is up? I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything in my story time. I'll let you guys know my 6-week post-op. I'm working out again, about business. You guys take a look at me physically. I found these leggings on Amazon. Let me back my chair up. Love. So, you know, we got a little down. Come here, Peace. Come here. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. Just make sure you guys are subscribed. You can see the rest of my journey with the kids in the salon. I'm just going to end this video now because I gotta get the mommy duties. It was nice chatting with you guys. I gotta feed her. As always, peace and love.